Well, hello and welcome back to another live stream of our Maserati F1 Manager series. And been a little while. I think it's been about 10 days because I've been away on holiday. But we are back and looking forward to getting back into this. I must admit, I'm only back today, so jumping straight back in. Can't really remember where we're at. So, yeah, it's going to be fun though. Addy, hello, buddy. How's it going? So yeah, let me try and piece together. I think the last time out we was Monaco was the last race we done live stream. That episode has not yet dropped. So Imola was the last episode. We've had Monaco in between that and this Spanish Grand Prix. So yeah, Monaco I will drop on Monday as an episode, and then we'll be all up to date to where we are for this one in Barcelona, which as you can see, it's not gone too well for Colapinto. He was knocked out in Q1. And he starts 20th in this one. And Maloney, though, did make it through to Q2 and is going to start in 13th. I've noticed on the videos, actually, if I just turn the audio down a little bit, because it's just coming over a bit too loud on some of the live streams. So let me just quickly sort that out, which we've done. So yeah, Maloney has been having a good little run lately. And yeah, he's 7 places above Colapinto in this one. He's going to start 13th. Is Maloney. Colapinto starts 20th. Degradation, probably the worst track on this game. If you play this game, Barcelona, one of the worst tracks for degradation on the tyres. So it's going to be a 3-stopper. Colapinto and Maloney both going the same way, which is soft softs, medium soft. So lots of pit stops to come our way today. But yeah, hope you're all doing well in the chat. If you already jumped in, don't forget to smash that like button. Really does help me out. And yeah, been quite a bit of Formula 1 action since I was last live. Obviously, the Bahrain Grand Prix, I was very happy with, being a McLaren fan. Piastri doing big things there. And hopefully, he's going to do the same this weekend in Jeddah. So, looking forward to that. But yeah, let me know, of course, as we go on, your predictions across this weekend. Hi, Lucas. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for the gift, Lucas. Much appreciated, buddy. Why a 3-stop? Just the tyre deg on this track is absolutely dreadful. So, yeah, 2-stopper will just be very difficult for our drivers. So, yeah, Barcelona on F1 Manager 24. The tyre deg is awful. How are you, mate? Yes, I'm very well. Just back from holiday today. So, I am very well. Thank you, buddy. But let's jump in then. Let's start this Spanish Grand Prix. See where we go.
Well, then. It's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested
so Saint
race.
Maloney is going to start in 13th.
One of
Sneaky
the
outside
oldest
chance
races
of
on the
points.
Formula 1 calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix.
4 lights then, 5. And held for quite a while here, but we're
and
underway for
away we go.
Verstappen on pole. And Maloney, as we said, starting in 13th. Looks like he's moving up to 12th straight away here. And Max covering off a Charles Leclerc in second. Maloney, P11. No, going back down to P12, although back into P11 as he fights Yuki Tsunoda. Yuki will have the inside here. And Maloney, though, making a good start here. Yuki Tsunoda knocked out in Q2 as well, which isn't great for him, being in that Red Bull, of course.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
Maloney, though, does finally get the better of Yuki Tsunoda. I don't think we can hold on for that position for too long, as Colapinto is getting one done on Gasly.
Watching the action closely here.
Franco started 20th.
Opens up for them.
And has moved, it says 19th, but why is there... Oh, there's 2 cars right at the back. What's happened there then? We must have had 2 start from the pit lane, perhaps. Norris, definitely, which we missed because they're trailing the pack. So I think Norris and Hulkenberg might have started from the pit lane. Maloney is into P10. He's flying. Same Maloney on the inside then of Esteban Ocon. And he's in to the points. I'm not sure we can hold out for points. Even Zane is surprised as he moves up into P10. Devour, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. That might be too many stops to fiddle with. Hard tyres for a plan B, definitely. Yeah, we can always mix it up. Let's see how we go. Due to stop lap 16 with both as it is. Let's have a look at tyres. So, majority of the grid, you'd say, is on the soft tyre here. But that's been a good start from Maloney, moving up from P13 to P10. A lovely start from him. And Colapinto's up to P18, and he's got Bortoletto in that kick salver ahead of him. He's having a sneaky little look on the inside, but nothing doing there. Yeah, the tyre degradation on this track is just awful. But yeah, we'll see how we go. We've got to commit to this first stint with the softs. But certainly got the ability to mix it up if we need to. Right, let's go back to standard now. This is probably where we'll drop backwards a little bit, but
pull down a bit more on your tires.
Get Maloney on defensive mode.
Mode defend. Mode defend.
And got a bit of a DRS train, it looks like, in front of us, but Colapinto is having a go on the inside of Bortoletto. Can't make it stick, though. That's Maloney. Got DRS, but so has Stroll. We've used quite a bit of the battery on this opening couple of laps. Any chance of a move from Maloney here? No, not quite. Right, we just settle in now. We're back to standard on the tyres because they are getting rather hot. So hopefully they'll start to cool a bit now. A good little opening 3 laps from Maloney, up from 13th on the grid to P10. Let's have a look at the tyre deg. So yeah, a lot of the drivers, or some of the drivers, even worse off than us already. So might be a free stopper for quite a few out there today. I think you'll be surprised. But Maloney is going to start coming under pressure now because he's lost the DRS to Stroll. So he's going to be under a lot of pressure from Ocon into this corner here, but more so on the start-finish straight. And Blur, thanks for the follow. Dr. John, thanks for the follow. Yeah, going to be not much we can do here. Ocon is going to get past us. Got to hope that we can just hold off Tsunoda and stay with Ocon across the rest of this lap. So here comes Esteban Ocon, but Tsunoda is getting a nice tow. We duck under to pick up a bit of a tow from Ocon. That was the right thing to do. Ocon has used 2% more tyre life than Maloney, though.
Tsunoda behind.
Let's say we probably realistically haven't got the pace to fight for points, but Maloney's doing a pretty good job early on here. But he's got to try and stay with Ocon here for this next DRS zone, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that. We're still using a lot of the fuel here.
Increase lift off.
Don't really want to use too much battery, but it's important we try and get this next DRS. If not, we're going to cut adrift.
Yeah, copy.
Don't think we got it. We didn't get it. So we're going to be in trouble now from Yuki Tsunoda, who sends it on the inside, and Yuki gets past Maloney. So Maloney started 13th, up to 10th, drops 2 back now to 12th.
No problem, no problem. Signs
we've used a lot of battery, as you can see, so starting to go backwards here. We will get the DRS this time around, but no battery, and that's going to punish us.
More charge.
So we'll harvest a bit into this first corner. So 5 laps gone. Leclerc leads from Verstappen. And Russell in 3rd. Leah, thanks for the follow. I noticed you like to push fuel, so why not add 1 lap extra to push longer through the soft stints? The only reason I don't do that is just because, as I say, I'm terrible at remembering my fuel load, so I just worry if I start a lap down. Yeah, I'll completely forget. Although I get what you're saying, I'm kind of doing that anyway. Rebecca, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. And Colapinto is past Albano here.
Now we're watching the action closely.
Oh god, there's a lot going on back
The
here.
opportunity's there.
Jesus, it's very congested back here. Colapinto past
16th
Albon. Did he
place
get
then.
past Behrman on the outside here as well? He might have done. I think he is going to. Colapinto then up to P16. Good work from Franco. Maloney's got DRS again on Esteban Ocon, and he's coming back through. Only problem is he's going to give the DRS back to Ocon on the start-finish straight. Little news, thanks for the follow.
You're doing a good job. In front there is
Well, we are going to pick
Tsunoda.
DRS up off Sonoda. Lawson's running P9, and Lawson's tyre management is awful. He's down to 52%. We've seen that all series. Maloney's picking up DRS, which is... No, he hasn't got DRS, actually. I thought he was in the DRS. He hasn't got DRS, so Ocon's going to get past us. And that battery management is killing us. I will go top up in a minute. But we should, we'll be in a bit of a DRS train here now, so we might just top up here. I'm going to need a bit of battery back.
More charge, more charge.
Right, Colapinto, 16th, right on Bortoletto. And then there's 3.7 seconds to Hadjar. Anthony, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Wendy, how long do you think you'll be streaming for? And in tonight? If as in tonight, we'll be streaming this race only tonight. So till about another hour and 10 minutes, I reckon. Right, Colapinto has got Norris behind him. Norris obviously much quicker, started from the pit lane. But we've got a good chance getting past Bortoletto. We have got a bit of a DRS train here now. Albon's picked up a mechanical fault. And Maloney, we will keep him on top up here. Right, Colapinto, let's ease up on the fuel now. Colapinto. Maloney, sorry, that's opened up lovely there because Ocon got stuck behind the gearbox of Lawson, and it's opened up absolutely wonderfully there for Zane Maloney to get two positions and move straight back up into P10.
Let's have a look at that. There's the opening. And they
This
made that
Ocon
look very
got
easy
stuck behind the
indeed.
gearbox, and Maloney closed off the possibility of Ocon going on the outside. And that works out absolutely lovely for Zane Maloney back into P10. Is there a possible chance of points here? I guess the problem is Lando Norris, really. We probably could mix it with these guys, but it's Lando Norris that's probably going to be the problem. So we probably do need something to happen ahead of us if we're going to nab a point here today. But it's not working out too badly for Maloney. Colapinto's past Bortoletto now. And he's got 2.6 to Hadjar. Hadjar down to 63%. Lawson down to 45. Behrman 49. So, yeah, as I say, the tyre degradation around this track is pretty difficult. Finley, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're well. As I say, we're due to stop lap 16. So, I don't think this... I think the free stopper is the way to go. Homie, thanks for the follow. Thanks, how are you? Good to hear, buddy. Yes, I am very well, thank you. Just back off a week's holiday, so feeling good, thank you. Right, is Bortoletto going to come back at Colapinto? More importantly, we've got a yellow flag. I think that was just behind Colapinto there. As Ocon is trying to make this move. No, it's Antonelli. Kimi Antonelli.
Now we can see what happened. So here we go, heading into turn 1.
So this is up the road from Zane Maloney.
And the car fails to respond.
Oh, it's a big lock-up from Kimi Antonelli. So from 7th down to 9th. Now he's ahead of Ocon and Maloney. And he's took quite a bit of tyre life out of his mediums. We've got another yellow flag. And it's Hadjar, I think, because Colapinto is past him. Yes, we're seeing some lock-ups here.
Now this is where the RB driver's involved. Things were all right here. Struggling with the car.
Hadjar's had a lock-up there. As you see, as he tries to re-enter the track, we should see Colapinto go by as we do. So right, what's going on then? So Maloney is still on the tail of Ocon for a point here. Colapinto up to 15th. He lost back out to Bortoletto, but got past Hadjar there. Finley, whereabouts are you in the constructors? I think we're 7th. I believe we're 7th. So I've had a week off, so I'm a bit all over the shop. I think we're 7th though. This is practice number 2. It's not. This is a live race in our F1 Manager series. Right, Colapinto should be getting the move done on Bortoleto, but let's join Maloney. As he's on the inside then of Esteban Ocon, should get this one back done for P10. I say should, but Ocon's going to try and stay in there. No, Maloney is past, and Colapinto is past Bortoleto again, but he's still got Lando Norris, who will get past him shortly. What's your best result so far? We got a P6 out in Monaco, which was the last race out. Got very lucky with some safety cars and taking good pit stops, and obviously very hard to overtake in Monaco, so I don't think we'll be going for P6 here today. I would be happy with P10, but I think the problem with P10 is going to be Lando Norris, who's coming back through the pack after starting in the pit lane. Vitor Santos, thanks for the follow. And Maloney done a good bit of work topping up there. What are we saying on tyres now? 59%, Ocon 55, Lawson 38, Doohan 35, Behrman 41. So Doohan and Lawson going to be the first to stop in the next couple of laps here. What round are you on? This is round 8. We're doing a 20 race season, so we've dropped 4 races from the calendar. Lawson is in fact in this lap as Norris is going to try and make the move on Colapinto here. Is Ocon making the move and Maloney further up? He is. We can see it up the road there, but there goes Norris. And Maloney did hold on to that against Colapinto. And did you watch yesterday's Man United match? I did indeed. Yeah, it was absolutely bonkers. It was my last day on holiday, and the problem was I couldn't sleep for ages after that. Once you got an adrenaline pumping through you after a game like that, it was a late night indeed, but yeah, unbelievable. For my sins, even when we're getting beat, I always watch a game to the end, and I'm glad I did do that. But yeah, absolutely diabolical though to have a 2-0 lead and surrender that 2-0 lead to 2-2. That was diabolical, but then for them to go down to 10 men, and for us to concede 2 goals against 10 men, it just summed up our season. And then to bag 3 goals in, what was it, like 7 minutes? Absolutely unbelievable. Slave, thanks for subscribing on YouTube. Geralt, thanks for the follow. Mesmerizing Views, thanks for the follow.
P10 at the moment.
Right, P10 still for Maloney, but here comes Esteban Ocon again. Doohan's got a mechanical fault. Is Ocon going to make this stick this time? He's thinking about it. Carlos Sainz is getting pretty close to this action as well. His soft stand 48%. But yeah, that was a hell of a match last night. Now I've got to do it all again now against Athletic. It's going to be a hard match. Mick Luxford, thanks for the follow. Right, where are we at then? Who's been into the pits? Just Lawson still, so Doohan must be in soon. He's down to 25%. That's not going to work, is it? And if you are jumping into the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Really helps me out as Esteban Ocon sends it down the inside on Maloney finally. Ocon down to 44%.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Lando Norris is now on this battle. So as I say, Lando Norris is going to poop on this possibility of points today. So we've got to hope there's a few dramas in the top 10, really. Because at the minute, we're probably fighting for P11 in this one. But Maloney is going to return the favour. Esteban Ocon looks a bit too far back, but he's later on the brakes, and Zane Maloney is back into P10. As I say, we have got a flying Lando Norris behind us.
You're doing a good job, Bob.
As Hulkenberg, Hadjar, Behrman, Doohan all in the pits. Bex, thanks for the follow. I may have shed a tear or two. Can't believe it. Don't blame you. Yeah, it's a hell of a match. As I say, I couldn't calm down after it when you got adrenaline pumping through. Leo, is this the practice too? It is not. It is not. And this is F1 Manager. But the Cass penalty was a bit dubious. Casemiro penalty. It's one of those. He did kick his foot, and Casemiro's played for it. But if Casemiro didn't go down, you're never getting a penalty for that, are you? So
everything is ready.
Don't get me wrong. I don't really care at the end of the day now. Ocon in the pits. So that battle is over for now. But Lando Norris is going to be getting past Maloney probably pretty quickly here. We might drop a few places here due to the undercut. But we'll have a better tyre delta at the end. There we go, Lando Norris all over the back of Maloney. Now, what's he on? Mediums, yeah. Is any of the leaders going to pit? Alonso in the Aston might have to pit shortly. I think it's been a pretty good opening stint from Maloney. Not too bad from Colapinto either in the end. He's still got Bortoleto, though. He hasn't been able to shake Bortoleto. Bortoleto is on the hard tyre, though, and it's down to 41%. So, can't see how that's going to work in the long run. Leclerc leads from Verstappen and Russell. Now Verstappen reclaims the lead. And Lando Norris, as we saw there, is finally past Maloney, but we're not really fighting Norris. Gareth, how did Maloney get DRS when he was 7 seconds behind? I think he must have picked it up from a car who peeled off into the pit lane previous lap. And Maloney, though, doesn't care that there's Lando Norris in a McLaren. He'll take that position back, and he'll frustrate Lando Norris for now. And we've got a couple of laps until we need to come in, so let's attack on these tyres.
At the moment we are P10.
As I say, the deck is high here, so you will see that tyre life deplete pretty quickly. Colapinto probably just needs to stay on standard, to be honest with you.
Mode race.
Pit loss here is about 24 seconds. So what's that? 50 seconds. So yeah, we're probably going to come out behind Ocon in front of Hulkenberg here. We will lose out to Lawson and Ocon, who we're fighting. It's not too bad, actually.
Yeah, copy.
Here comes Lando Norris again then. He's getting a little bit frustrated behind Maloney, and he's going to have to be frustrated again for a few more corners. But he should get this done now on the start-finish straight, and then it will be difficult for us to come back past him. Not that, as I say, we're really fighting Lando Norris here. And we probably will be lapped here today, so I'm going to get him in at the end of this lap. We're now starting, so let's box at the end of this lap then for Maloney.
Box.
We'll try and go one more for Colapinto. Here comes Lando Norris then, saying a much quicker car. And got better tyre life. He's on the mediums. And there goes Lando finally. As Carlos Sainz is into the pits now as well. So 51. Yeah, we are going to be around Ocon, aren't we? I don't think Ocon's going to get a major undercut on us here. Could be wrong. Our driver's actually running 11th and 12th now. Well, let's forward Maloney on to his pit stop then. I think I'll actually have to get Colapinto in this lap as well. His tyres aren't going to do another lap. He's 8 seconds behind, so we're safe from holding up in a double stack. It's not really going to be a double stack with 8 seconds between them. I guess it is, but not that perfect Mercedes double stack.
I'm in the pit lane.
Here comes Say Maloney then. Hopefully a good pit stop. Our pit stops are still around 2.7 seconds though, so they're not going to be lightning quick. As Albon's fault is getting worse. Here comes Maloney then. It is a two. Why is he being held? Oh no, I didn't want to do that, sorry.
You will have Ocon at the
Why was
exit
Maloney
of
held
pit
there?
lane.
He's done that before in this game, and it's glitched out. Yeah, he was held there, and he's lost out 2 seconds to... I think it doesn't realise, for some reason, the game that it's our teammate coming in. He was definitely held for a couple of seconds there, but nonetheless...
1.5 from you.
I think that's lost us a position to Carlos Sainz. That's for sure.
Close the gap.
Alright, we're 16th and 19th then. Hello, Kelly. I'm starting a Cadillac career in F1 Manager. Which driver lineup should I have? I was thinking Perez and Danny, but I want a young one. Young driver. Drogovic, possibly. Yeah. Yeah, good shout. I mean, a lot of the known young drivers are now, obviously, on the grid for this year. Arvid Lindblad could be a good one, but I don't think you can actually sign him at first because his age. I think you have to wait a year. Right, Portoletto is into the pits, and Maloney's going to be past him. And Colapinto is past him as well.
Copy.
No, you can't get Lindblad. Yeah, so... where should I pit them, you think? Or you could go for Valtteri if, well, I guess you want Luke Perez or Danny Rick, though. Right, Colapinto 18th. Yeah, because he was 8 seconds off Maloney, wasn't he? And he's now 2.5. So, yeah, Maloney lost 3 seconds in that pit stop via a glitch, which is a bit frustrating. Gasly into the pits. I don't know where Gasly was. I think he was... he was behind us, wasn't he? The Alpines were definitely behind us. So Colapinto and Maloney will be past Gasly. Who's not stopped here that we're in a fight with? No one, really. No, so we are as we are at the moment. Tyre, though, look at the tyre delta we've got on some of these ahead of us. Hadjar, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Lawson. The tyre delta's good, so I think the race will come back to us later on. Angel Miguel, thanks for the follow. Alessandro, thanks for the follow. Valtteri is a good choice, but where should I put the car? What, in terms of where you're going to start in the pecking order? If I was doing Cadillac, I probably wouldn't start dead last. I would say probably middle to the back of the pack, but not dead last, not the slowest car. If that's what you're asking, that's where I would go. Right, Colapinto 1.1 off Hadjar. Maloney's 4 seconds off Sainz. So Colapinto is going to be on Hadjar and Hulkenberg shortly. So he's got some overtaking to do. Let's just forward on until we get into that DRS, which is already now. So Colapinto has got to get past Hadjar and Hulkenberg, and then he'll be behind his teammate, who we see in the distance there. And we'll go aggressive on the overtakes here. There we go, we've got Hadjar. This could be round the outside here from Colapinto because it's opening up quite nicely. Colapinto will have better traction on, fresher rubber. And Franco Colapinto is going to say thank you very much for that. Hadjar hasn't quite given it up. I don't think there's much he can do. And Colapinto will now have DRS on Hulkenberg. So this should work out very nicely. He's thinking about it before the DRS, and there he goes. Franco Colapinto wasting no time at all to dispatch both Jar and Hulkenberg, but it does give Hulkenberg the DRS here. And Hulkenberg can't quite get it done. The DRS is very strong down the back straight, though, so we are going to use a bit of battery here. Because if we can fend him off down this back straight, we should pull the gap. And we should be absolutely fine. That was great work from Franco, not wasting any time at all there. And he might be able to give it to his teammate here because he's only 3.3 seconds. That is his teammate up the road now. And we are running now 14th and 15th on the road. And he has very much broken that gap to the cars behind. So good work from Franco. Tranca Matraca, thanks for the follow. JM Guerrero, thanks for the follow. Did you see Sonoda crash and subsequent red flag? I have not. No, I have not. I jumped into some of the first practice session and saw that Gasly was top of the timing sheet. So of course we don't really pay too much attention as we've got a yellow flag. Just see what this is, then we'll get back to that. Someone spun by the looks of it. It's Lance Stroll. He was in the top 10. This could be good. Our goat Lance Stroll.
No.
Doing a goat-like things out there. Stroll. So he's now down to 13th. And Maloney's 2.1 seconds off him. Daytaf, thanks for the follow. Van Island, thanks for the follow. Yeah, no, I've not seen the Sonoda red flag. As I say, I tuned into some of the first practice session and saw an Alpine of Gasly was topping the timesheets. But as I say, we know that the timesheets, especially in practice 1, don't really mean too much. Normally practice 2 when they do some quali runs. But Alpine, though, certainly found some pace. Gasly, obviously, in Bahrain, just lost out to Max, didn't he, on that final lap. But yeah, that Alpine has come on some bounds. But no, I've not seen the Sonoda crash, which... is unfortunate for Yuki. Was it a bad one, or? And Maloney 2 seconds off Stroll. Right, when are we pitting again? Lap 31 with both drivers. And if you're a regular around here, you know we don't forward the action too much. But when we do have a lull in action, we do forward. So we will forward on very shortly. Savan, thanks for the follow. Philip, thanks for the follow. Gloria, thanks for the follow. Hope you're all doing well on this Friday. Right, so as I say, not too much going out on track at the minute, going on track. So let's just forward on, and we'll see if any pit stops happen here, because we're expecting Lawson in probably very soon, and Hulkenberg again, although Hulkenberg is behind us. Timings just went a bit mad there, a bit like George Russell at Bahrain. Maloney's getting close to that DRS of Stroll, though, isn't he? I wonder if Stroll has done his tyres. No, 73%, but they are mediums. Matt, thanks for the follow. Yeah, it was a silly pinball crash. Front wing and front tyres gone. Unfortunately, it wasn't even his fault. I will check it out after I'm off stream then. But he's not been doing too badly, Yuki, in the Red Bull. Obviously, he's not, you know, doing anything outlandish, but I think you've got to compare how Lawson was doing, and he's been a little bit of an improvement on that, so steadily doing well. Maloney we want to be looking at here, because he's all over the back of Stroll. Stroll's had that spin, and it's not really got a lot of pace. Lawson's ahead of us in 12th, who's going to be pitting very soon.
Tires update.
Feel quite good.
Salvador, thanks for the follow. I just got a lot of mechanical faults up and down the grid that we might have a chance of points here today. Got to keep it clean, keep it on the track. Maloney's got DRS, but Stroll has now got DRS on Ocon and Lawson, and they are coming to the end of their stints. Lawson will likely be into the pits at the end of this lap. He heads this these 4 cars. He's at the top of this. He's not pitting, though, which is a surprise. His tyres are going to be screaming now as Maloney looked like he got a good exit, but he's came out of the slipstream there, which has cost him. There is Lando Norris, and we're actually back past Lando. Lando will clear us at some point again, but Lando's now got a bit of a fight. Lando will not be happy with McLaren there, because he would like to have cleared these 4 cars. I'm sure he's going to make quick work of it, but not what Lando wanted to see coming out of the pits. And fresh softs, though.
You just pushed me straight off.
I don't think we're pushed wide there at all, Maloney, but Lando is already past us, and Lawson, who's going very slow now on those tyres, holding us up a bit here, 28%.
Okay, do your best there.
Oh dear, that's not a good
Hulkenberg's
stop.
having a pit stop issue. He's in for his second stop. Right, we need to get past Lawson here. It's really costing us a lot of time. We've lost a second now to Stroll and Ocon. Lawson has picked up DRS off Lando though. Maloney's not going to get it done. Now we will get DRS again, but this is not working out too well. And what it does mean is Colapinto is really coming into play. Colapinto is going to be into the DRS of his teammate Maloney here. It does mean that we can't box our two drivers on the same lap this lap as Lawson heels off into the pits. Maloney will get DRS. Did Colapinto? No. So that might help Maloney just keep his teammate at bay for a little while longer. Lap 25 is 66 then, and we're not due to stop for another 6 laps here. And we're seeing the second stops now from quite a few. And Ocon will probably be in at the end of this lap. Sainz, who we were kind of fighting with for a little while, has really pushed up the road by 4 seconds. His tyre's not in too bad shape. As I say, sneaky chance of a point here today.
You are doing a very good job there. So in front of you we have
Maloney
Norris.
finally passed Ocon. Well, I say finally, Ocon's going backwards, so his tyre's struggling. Jump on board then with Maloney. Nice move around the outside. As we see Lando, who's looking to get past Lance Stroll ahead of us. But yeah, we lost about 2 seconds in that fight getting past Lawson and then Ocon. We've got a yellow flag. Both our drivers absolutely fine. That's very brief. Ollie Behrman having a lock up. He's dead last, so that doesn't affect anything. Jim, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. Is Ocon boxing? No, he's not either. As I say, the tyre deg is hard around here. Did Ocon get DRS? He did, which is frustrating for Colapinto, but it might be frustrating for Maloney because he's getting a lovely tow, is Ocon. Maloney needs to keep him behind. He does, I believe, just about he does. So Maloney should be able to pull down the road now. And Colapinto now has to get past Ocon very quickly if he wants to stay with his teammate. Got to say, the second stint is working out better for Colapinto than it is Maloney. And there goes Franco Colapinto. He's through on Ocon. Ocon's tyres at the end of their life. At the cliff. And he needs to box at the end of this lap. But if you are in the stream, you haven't already, do me a massive favour and please do press that like button. It really does help me out and super appreciated. And as I say, let me know in the comments who your top 3 for qualifying in Jeddah is going to be. I'm going for a Piastri pole, Charles Leclerc second and a George Russell third. My predictions have been wrong for every race so far, so no doubt that one will be as well. But yeah, let me know yours in the chat. Is Colapinto going to get some DRS on his teammate here? They're free to fight. I don't think he is, though. He's going to get a tow, though, as Ocon does finally pit. Does Colapinto get DRS? No, he doesn't. What's happening ahead of us? So Stroll's down to 63%, Sainz 41%. So yes, we're only really fighting for P10 here. Sainz is going to be in 3-4 laps before us, though, I'd imagine here. So let's see. Tsunoda has got an issue. What is Tsunoda's issue here?
And what's that?
Ocon's had a pit stop issue. Yuki Tsunoda has got a gearbox issue. So unless that gets significantly worse, then we might have a chance. Okay, for Oz, thanks for the follow. Oh, you food straight in with a super sticker. Hello, buddy. How's it going? Thanks for that. Too kind. I hope you're well, buddy. Right, so our 2 teammates then. What I might do here is just ask Colapinto not to fight his teammate and to go light on the tyres, just so we can conserve a bit of tyre life for a few laps here. Because we can't box the same lap. We're due to box lap 31. Let's forward on. And then what we can do is release Colapinto.
Our window is open.
We'll get Maloney in lap 31. And Franco can go for one more lap. Because he can just use Maloney's pace here just to get some tyre life back, potentially. As Gasly's got mechanical fault. A lot of mechanical faults going on. Yeah, Colapinto getting a bit of tyre life back. Right, let us push with Maloney.
If you can, try to push a bit more.
Copy.
Right, we'll get Maloney in at the end of this lap. Let's use some of this battery as well.
Overtake available. Keep using it.
Copy.
Right, and then Colapinto will be in next lap. Giancarlo, thanks for the follow. Not bad, buddy. Just watching the F1 Academy race. Been talking to a nice Korean girl. Good stuff, buddy. Good to hear. Right, Maloney then is going to be in. Right, let's hope he doesn't get a dodgy stop here like he did the first time round. Colapinto's going to go for one more. Let's see how we go. Right at the end of the pit lane, of course. .5, our pit crew disappear. And Maloney's away. Didn't get held up that time. What's Pierre Gasly saying here? Oh, Lawson and Sainz are past us. So Sainz, we're closer to Sainz though this time round, aren't we?
At the moment we have P15.
No, we're not. That wasn't... That must have been leaders. It was leaders. So it wasn't Sainz and Lawson. Yeah, we're still 7 seconds back off Sainz.
Is a 1.5
Lawson,
from you?
I don't think will be a problem because his tyre's going to be really struggling at the end of the race. Alright, Colapinto in next then. Charles P1, we're so back. Norris first, Leclerc second, Piastri third. Yeah, I always give Charles a shout in the top three just because his qualifying pace is so good. So yeah, I think a Piastri pole, Charles second, Russell third. Alright, here comes Franco Colapinto then. He should be out just behind Maloney, you'd think. Here we go, we're finally there. Sonoda's fault has got worse. That might be good news for us. 2.8, a little bit slower. 3/10 slower than Maloney. So we do think Maloney should just get past Colapinto here. Although it is going to be very close. And it might be Colapinto getting away with it because Maloney just had to get out of the way of the man we were talking about there, Charles Leclerc. Oh, but we have got Colapinto and don't fight his teammate here, so we might give this place straight back to Maloney. And he has. That's we'll allow it because Maloney's tyre is a little bit more up to temp. But let's let them fight now. That's my qualifying prediction. Yes, you viewed. Yeah, I think it's you're in with a shout with that one.
Copy.
Abanu, thanks for the follow. Right, what can happen in this race then? I think from behind we're safe, aren't we? Nothing's gonna... Bortoletto will be out of the way shortly. Lawson will be as well. Stroll... The final stint is going to be very interesting during this race. The final stint is really going to be interesting here. Halfway through this one then. And I might just let Colapinto again use his teammate. Is he going to go to cover us? I was going to say I'll put Colapinto on top up and just get full battery so he can extend for another lap. There we go. He's past Maloney, but we'll just let them fight it out for now. But once Maloney gets back past him, I think I'm going to reserve a bit of tyre life for Colapinto. Because then we can extend again at the end of this stint. High race speed, Norris first, Piastri second, Alonso third. That's bold, GV, very bold. Yeah, Norris is a tricky one for me because he's in and around the top 3 every race, but he seems, yeah, as qualifying, he seems a little bit more of a struggle to get to grips with the car. That's why I haven't put Norris in the top 3, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Norris grab pole or be in the top 3 in qualifying. Right, let's, Maloney's going to get past, well, should get past Colapinto here. And then I will save a bit of tyre life for Colapinto, get him to full battery, and that will allow him to push for another lap or 2 when Maloney stops. Then they can fight right at the end of this race. Oh, there we go, here comes Maloney then. As we've got a yellow flag, Tsunoda out. Tsunoda's out! Oh, Tsunoda is out! We've just stopped though.
Safety car deployed.
No point stopping,
Full
is
charge.
there? What has happened to Yuki Tsunoda? You talked about him crashing in real life. Oh no, Oscar. Has Oscar punted him?
To move, and the contact between the cars.
Oh, that
inevitable.
Punted him is an understatement. Oscar Piastri.
Establish the full extent of the damage.
I don't know. I don't know if that was on purpose, but it looked nasty from Oscar Piastri. So surely that's both Oscar and Yuki out. It is indeed. Right, have we got... What tyres have we got here? Have we got another set of mediums? We haven't. Ooh. Right, hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Well, we're on the mediums here, aren't we? That's what I mean. Look, it's so bad, the deg. Let's just see what this says. Bear with me. I feel we just stay out. I think we just stay out. Oh, if only that would have happened a couple of laps earlier. There's Piastri. Absolutely punted Tsunoda into next week. We have got a few pit stops ahead of us. We're going to stay out.
Try to slow down a bit.
And just thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, we're going to stay out. Just box, so I mean, we're not really going to benefit anything. And going on those hards are going to be a real stretch from here. So
now down to the pits.
As long as there's a pit stop issue, hopefully we don't lose out too bad here. We are going to get past Sainz and Lawson. Piastri gets a penalty. That will be applied for the next race. We have got a chance of points here now, though. We said we needed a bit of drama ahead of us, and Oscar Piastri has well and truly delivered on that. Sainz and Lawson, are they going to try and go to the end on the hards? Obviously, we've already stopped twice, but I mean, from this point of the race, it might be us against a no-stopper, if you like, in Sainz and Lawson, with us going for a one-stopper.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be interesting, because they're on the hard tyre. We've got a big chance of points here now. Thanks to our man Oscar. He's absolutely took out Yuki Tsunoda there. All right, let's race control. Lap cars may now overtake. It just always reminds me of Michael Massey. Right, safety car is ending then.
Safety car will be in this lap. Do your best, Herman.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Are we not caught up with a safety car pack here? No, we haven't. We're not even going to catch up with the top 7 here. Unless we are right at the end here. Is Russell gone yet? Not quite. We're just going to get to the pack. Just about got to the end of the pack. But that has not helped Sainz, has it at all? That has worked out beautifully for us. Because Sainz and Lawson don't catch the tail end of the safety car. And Colapinto and Maloney are onto the back of it.
Sainz does a...
And we've got a 3-second buffer to Carlos Sainz there. And Sainz gets a mechanical fault for good measure. So this might have just worked out beautifully for us. We're into the top 10. Both drivers... Oh, no! Don't Don't talk too early. Get back on the track, Colapinto, please. Please, Franco, don't let them all past. Oh, Franco, you absolute
Here's the replay.
beep.
Now we're watching the action closely here.
Oh, Franco,
Everything's all
why do
right
you do
here.
it to me?
Very heavy on the brakes.
Big lockup
But
from
that's just the
Franco,
risk you
and he's
take.
took a
The
lot of
later you
tyre life
leave
out
it.
there. Oh, Franco, you absolute buffoon. Right. He might have to go on the hards now because he's took about 10% out of those.
Try to slow down a bit.
Oh,
Copy.
oh, Franco. Right. Change of tactics. He's gonna absolutely blitz these mediums now to get onto the hards. Alright, let's go with that. As Maloney is moving up a place to P8. It's all going off here.
So you are doing well there.
Right, Maloney, he's got to keep it clean now as he's past Lance Stroll. Probably not really fighting Lance Stroll, but if we can hold on to P9, which is a real chance to do that now. Say Maloney started off second best to Colapinto, first 4 or 5 races, but the last 2 or 3, Say Maloney has been very strong. Colapinto, that error could cost him.
Enable.
He had a good chance of points, Colapinto. He's got to try and recover that now. Where are we here? Well, Alonso is only a rookie, but I thought I'd push the boat out. Yeah, why not? Be bold. I think Alonso is improving his pace. Obviously, as a rookie, you can't compare with the veterans, but yes, definitely keep an eye on that kid. Is fast. It's looking good. Oh, never mind. Yeah, exactly.
Stroll behind.
It looked good for a second, right? Science is very much with us here. Hard tyre, 89%. Is he going to try and get those hards to the end, though? Lawson, 89% as well. What about behind us? Colapinto, I think, has absolutely wrecked his race, basically, as Franco.
Good job there.
Barney, thanks for the follow. Cynthia, thanks for the follow. As I said, if you are in the stream, you haven't already, do smash that like button. Really helps me out. As Stroll has a sneaky look, but nothing doing. Right, so Maloney, sorry, he's got to say he's got a good chance at least P10 because Lawson's dropping off this pace. He hasn't got the pace of the top 10. Sainz, though, can he bring the fight to Maloney here? It's probably going to be Maloney and Sainz for what will be P9, sorry, actually. So, yeah, Maloney is looking good for at least P10, but he'll be in a fight for P9, I feel, with Carlos Sainz.
Car behind is Sainz.
Carlos Sainz, though, might be past us here as well. Carlos Sainz having good pace since that restart. We're pushing him a bit on the inside curb, and we'll keep him off us for now. Yeah, that safety car restart, obviously the lapped cars didn't get back around then, so Doohan is 23 seconds behind Colapinto to Doohan, which is good, because if Colapinto would have messed that with that mistake, if that was a full safety car, all of this traffic would have got past them, and we would have dropped last. Carlos Sainz is absolutely pushing hard on those tyres. They're working well for him, and he's gone. Can he get him to the end, though? We'll see. I'm not sure he can get him to the end. They might be screaming by the end of it. Let's just stay with him here. Luki, I saw the initials Mal and thought Maldonado was back. Yeah, I know. I nearly do the same, but the GOAT Maldonado is not here, unfortunately. Right, so Stroll has pulled 2 seconds, as I say, not really fighting Stroll. I think P9 at best here for us, but if we can keep that 2 seconds to Lawson, then we'll take that. Maloney then, good chance of points, but as we saw with Colapinto, one mistake could throw it away here. Maloney right on the gearbox of Carlos Sainz, goes to the inside. And he's going to try and make this re-overtake on Carlos Sainz, but Carlos Sainz sees him off on the outside.
Try to slow down a bit.
Let's say Sainz on the hards, 81%. He's got to get them through another 25 laps, though. Colapinto's going to stop now, lap 45. Maloney, lap 51. Let's say we've basically got a pit stop window now behind Colapinto because Doohan is 23 seconds off the pace. Tsunoda and Piastri out. Oscar Piastri absolutely mashing into the back and taking Tsunoda out of this race. And with that, has presented a good opportunity for us to get
At the
points.
moment we are P10.
Maloney just holding on to the DRS for now. Carlos Sainz has nearly broken that DRS. Need to just try and push a bit, stay with him. Lawson... Yeah, Sainz is using those hards a lot though, isn't he? I don't think Sainz is getting them to the end, you know.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Maloney might get a nice undercut on Sainz, and Sainz might have to box at the end, but then he'll be too far back. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen here. I feel Sainz is pushing him too hard. He's challenging Stroll again now. Stroll is on the hards as well. Is Stroll going to the end as well? Maybe. Colapinto, I think, might have lost a bit of confidence there because he's not finding the lap time, is he? 8 tenths off Lawson's last lap and his teammate. So yeah, Colapinto got medium confidence, but Maloney's high, so Colapinto has really struggled. Stroll's got a mechanical fault. Ben Hyde, thanks for the follow. Kelly Flap, you're going to bring K-Mag back to F1 with Maserati. Ooh. Here's a deal then. If Colapinto or Maloney, I guess second half, if they make a load of mistakes, then we might have to replace one of them. K-Mag, why not? K-Mag or Valtteri, got a yellow flag, got another crash.
Right, so this
here?
was the fourth corner.
This one's at the back.
Barely any room to manoeuvre.
This is going to be
the cars there,
Hadjar.
unable to keep out of each other's way. Now their confidence
I've
will have
never
taken
quite
a
seen
hit
an
with
accident
that.
like that. Didn't even look like there's much contact, but it looked like Ocon just poked his front wing into the
Clearly
rear
they're
wheel
Not what everyone in the garage.
of Hadjar there. And Hadjar kept it on track though. And Maloney still just hanging on to the DRS of Sainz and Stroll here. What do we say? Lap 51. Yeah, Colapinto
Front.
at 45. May as well attack and absolutely burn these tyres. But Colapinto now 7 seconds
Keep
off Lawson.
focus
Lawson
on
is
our
gaining
race.
on this group ahead of us. Ahead of him, sorry. Investigation into the Ocon and Hadjar incident. No penalties given.
Copy.
K-Mag is the golden free agent in the game, and Bottas as well. Yeah, certainly might have a look, especially if Colapinto carries on like that. Right, Maloney is just about hanging on to Sainz and Stroll. Lawson's having a bit of a push though, because Lawson has joined us nearly. There you see him. But Lawson, with his tyre management, I don't think he's going to be a problem, but I could be wrong. Is Sainz going to get those hards to the end? 70%, 22 laps. I can't see it happening. Can't see it happening. I think we're going to be boxing a lot earlier than these, and we're going to get a good undercut, because we're going to come out in that gap with Doohan. We're going to have clean air, and it should work out absolutely beautifully here. But here comes Maloney for what would be P9. Stroll struggling with a mechanical issue, and we're going to have a go on the outside. There we go. What is Lance Stroll's issue here?
Doing a good job there.
Stroll, where are you, Stroll? Stroll has got a gearbox issue as well. Time for my pot noodle, Korean barbecue for tea. Korean girls and Korean pot noodles over there for you, Vood. Be right back, no worries, buddy. I think you need to replace both drivers. You could definitely use an upgrade. I know, but I'd feel harsh, especially how Maloney is performing. He's doing big things for us. And plus on our Team Lotus series that we've just completed, which was the main series on the channel, obviously we did use more experienced drivers, so trying a different direction with younger and experienced drivers. Obviously they are prone to mistakes, as we just seen with Franco. Maloney's 2.5 off Sainz. Sainz is definitely stopping. Sainz is definitely going to stop again. Maloney's got to get to lap 51. Colapinto is just not gaining on these cars ahead of us. But Colapinto's got to have a hell of a final stint here to get back in contention for points. But we may end up out of the points off this back straight. Not quite. Stroll will get us, but Lawson's not going to get us. Again, Lawson's down to 66%
Keep
though.
focus on your race now.
Right, Colapinto is going to be in at the end of this lap then. Russell leads then by 6 seconds, but he's on the softs. Can he make those softs last? I don't think he can. So there's going to be some drama at the end here. Definitely going to be some drama at the end here. We've got Colapinto coming in at the end of this lap. And then we're going to see what the AI are going to do. But I think a few of these tyres, AI drivers' tyres, are going to be absolutely hurting at the end of this race. 20 runners, as we saw, Tsunoda and Piastri out, and a few, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other drivers that are struggling with mechanical issues here. Maloney just about holding on to Stroll here.
Mode attack.
Lawson
Mode
really
attack.
pushing as well now.
The use overtake.
Copy.
I think we've just lost the DRS to Stroll though, so we're going to be under big pressure now from Liam Lawson. Maloney's got plenty of tyre life in there. I think we can attack. Can we hold off Lawson? I don't think we are going to be able to. Strong defence through here will be needed, and he does just hold him off. Like Franco Colapinto in. Made that mistake, made that lock-up, and that has really cost him here. Where is Bortoletto? We should be out in front of Bortoletto, I feel. Hard tyres going on then. 2.5. Yeah, we are going to clear Bortoletto and Doohan. There we go. Although, oh, I don't know if we are, because their tyres are going to be up to 10. We're going to have to push this a bit. They're going to be on us pretty quickly here. But they're going to be pitting. Doohan's already down to 45%. Yes, that's not going to be an issue. So Colapinto had that nice little gap. And he's absolutely fine now to push on till the end of this race. And he's going to be on the hard. So split the strategy in the end with Colapinto finishing on the hards because of that mistake. Maloney's going to finish on the soft tyres. Let him get them up to 10. We can't get away from Lawson, and we can't quite get to Lance Stroll here. Sainz down to 55%. Sainz is probably going to pit around the same lap as us at this rate, which we don't really want. Kind of want the undercut, but we haven't got too much to play with there, so just keep pushing on for now.
Tires update.
Tires went on quite a lot. Copy.
Is that Albon? Yeah, that's Albon. I wonder why there is a Williams going so slow there. It's not Sainz, that's Albon. Getting out of our way there. Maloney getting close to the DRS of Stroll. He just can't quite get in it. Going to get a nice toe down here, though. We should get the DRS on the back. Yeah, finish straight now. Start, finish straight. I'll have to use a lot of battery to get here, but we will finally be back into the DRS.
Keep focus on our race.
Not only on the DRS, I think we're going to have a good opportunity to get back past Stroll here. Stroll goes defensive, but only covers off really the middle part of the track, so the inside is still open for Zane Maloney to have a go and move back into P9. Can he push up into the DRS of Carlos Sainz here?
Good job. At the moment,
Pushing now on our tyres. We've only got 3 more laps till we need to box. And ideally, I do want to get an undercut on Carlos Sainz here. 18 to go then. It's Russell that leads, but I don't know what's going on with the leaders in terms of pit stops. He's 55%. Antonelli's going to have to box. Maloney trying to get to the DRS of Carlos Sainz. He can't quite get there, and this is going to open the door for Stroll on this DRS zone. We are again getting a slipstream off Sainz though, which does help us there.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
We really need to stay into this DRS here for this straight, and we should get it here. So this is good work now from Maloney. And here we go. Is he going to get enough? Again, this straight as Sainz's mechanical fault getting worse. As it's getting worse, Maloney goes round the outside and moves up into P8. What is that issue for Carlos Sainz?
You are doing a good job there.
He's got a gearbox issue as well, so Carlos Sainz, and it might be really struggling there.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
How come you don't stream more than one race? Just one race seems to work for me. Some depends what I'm doing, but sometimes we'll do a double. But also on a Friday game off stream with friends, so typically stream a race and then we'll go on game with friends. But also time-wise, because I do a lot of editing in terms of getting episodes out for the series. If I stream 2 full races, it's a lot of editing to then try and get the episodes out. So yeah, it just helps to do 1 full live race and then, well, 2 full live races a week. So 2 streams, 1 race each stream, and then 2 episodes a week as well. All right, Maloney is going to have Lance Stroll all over him. Sainz's gearbox issue that's got worse seems to be really hampering him here because he's really dropped off the pace unless he's suddenly trying to save some tyre life. But here comes Lance Stroll on Maloney. And we're going to get Maloney in at the end of this lap. Colapinto's getting past Albon then. Colapinto's just not...
Do your best.
Not doing anything really, Colapinto. He's 30 seconds off Carlos Sainz, so...
Box is lap.
Franco's just out of this race, basically. Misha, thanks for the follow. Yeah, I agree. Young drivers and seeing their growth would be nice. Yeah, as I say, I think we're going to try and go that way. But obviously, that was the plan first of all when we had Mick Schumacher, and that never worked out. Fair enough. So what games do you play with friends when not recording? All sorts of different games. For our sins, being back together as a group, we're back on, obviously, Call of Duty with the return of Verdant, so typically playing that at the moment. But yeah, different first-person shooters, Rocket League, all different things we tend to play. Right, here comes Maloney then. His final stop of the race. This is an important one for us. It doesn't really matter if he comes out behind Colapinto because I don't think he will anyway. I think he'll clear Colapinto, but we'll be asking Colapinto to get out of the way. Colapinto's made a mistake, and that's going to cost him today. But Maloney has got a real chance of points. He got points last time out in Monaco, don't forget. Maloney's on a roll. Need a good pit stop from the crew. 2.5. That is pretty good for where our pit crew is at the moment.
We'll be clear going out.
Yeah, Colapinto's going to be nowhere near him here. So this is Maloney now, till the end of the race.
At the moment, P11.
And Lawson and Sainz have dropped 3 seconds off Stroll here. Let's just get some heat into these tyres. Yeah, they've all got to pit again. Russell's in. So Sainz, Lawson, Stroll, they're all going to pit. Alonso's going to pit. Antonelli's going to pit. I think the only ones that might not pit ahead of us are Hamilton, Leclerc, Norris and Verstappen, but we're not exactly fighting them.
Mode race.
Pendragon, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. And if you're not already, please do follow or subscribe, depending on the platform you're watching. But if you are watching on TikTok or Twitch, do head over to my profile. In the bio, you'll find the YouTube link. And on the YouTube channel, this is where we keep all of our F1 Manager saves, our series, so it has all the highlights, all of the episodes, not just the live stream. So live streams, we focus on a full race. The episodes have the highlights of the race, but also quali, practice, everything we do off track, setting up the car, all of that good stuff. So yeah, head over to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and in the playlists, you'll find our previous series, the Team Lotus series, and obviously this current series, the Maserati series, which on the YouTube channel, I think we've now got 6 episodes out on there, and they're out every Monday and Thursday. Right, Carlos Sainz did pit then just 1 lap after us, so he's still going to be a threat. The only reason he might not be a threat is because of that gearbox. He's on mediums, that's interesting. So are the mediums going to be better than the softs here? We didn't have another set of mediums. We've got 4 seconds on him though. Colapinto's 3.7 back on him, so as I say, he's just nowhere there. Chrissy, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, Colapinto with that lockup has really let himself down. Lawson and Stroll are going to be in soon. Alonso's going to be in. And I think Stroll was then... Or was it just because he was peeling into the pits? I don't know if we're going to jump Fernando Alonso here. Let's have a look. Fernando Alonso out of the pits now. No, he's just about going to clear us. Close though. Power of the undercut there. Lawson and Stroll still going then. Do you keep an eye on my fuel, chat? Because as I say, I'm prone to forgetting about that, and I don't want to do that, especially with Maloney with a chance of points here. But yeah, I'm disappointed in Franco's pace here. But where is the points? Colapinto might jump. What was the pit loss here? 24 seconds. Lawson, so that would be 49, wouldn't it? No, Colapinto, I don't think will even jump Lawson here. So let's just forward on then until Lawson and Stroll pit. I'll just watch that gap to Sainz. But I think Sainz, with that issue getting worse, has actually lost pace. So I think Maloney's going to be safe from Sainz now. So at least P10 is looking good for Maloney. Stroll and Lawson are still going. Their tyres must be... Oh no, they're still in the 30% range. The longer they go, though, it might give Colapinto a chance of jumping them. And you never know. He might squeeze in with a point. It's Maloney's lapping Gasly then. Reyes, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Like Norris is in. Ocon's in. Stroll and Lawson still going. Now they're at the 30% range. So where is Lawson? They're here. Let's see if they come in at the end of this lap. I'm expecting Lawson and Stroll maybe at the end of this lap. No, they carry on. They're going to be very slow. This is not going to work for them. This is playing into our hands here. Gasly's mechanical fault getting worse. He's going to retire, in fact. Unless that's the ERS. Yeah, it might be... no, it's gearbox. I think Pierre Gasly is going to retire. Sainz is going to retire. Oh, dear. Looks like we're now Pierre Gasly and Carlos Sainz retire at the end of this lap. That's going to give Colapinto P11. Is there hope for Colapinto as yet? With Lawson going around on 26% tyres, Colapinto might be able to sneak into 10th place here. How do you have new drivers? This is a new series. So it's not our Team Lotus series. This is a Maserati series. As Lawson pits, Sainz, I believe, is going to pit. But he's going to pit to retire. Drama at the end here in Barcelona then. Sainz in front of his home crowd. He is, in fact, boxing to retire. Liam Lawson is being received by his pit crew. I didn't see the tyres that went on. I believe they were softs. Got a yellow flag. Colapinto is past Liam Lawson. We've got a crash somewhere at the back, I believe.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
It's all kicking off. Oh, it wasn't at the back. It's Antonelli again. He was involved earlier on. Is that Fernando? Oh, he's had another lockout.
I got hit quite badly.
I think you might have done the hitting there, Kimmy, to be fair. Who was that on? Fernando? Stroll's down to 23% hard tyres. What is he doing? Sainz does retire. Gasly does retire. We're going to be down to 18 runners here. Colapinto is now in 10th place. And he's got 3 seconds on Liam Lawson with 7 laps to go. But Lawson is on fresh softs. I say fresh, they're scrub set. Maloney will get points here. Antonelli's got a penalty. Stroll is still not boxed, and Maloney's got a pit stop on him then, because Maloney's now on his gearbox, so Colapinto's going to be promoted to B9 here. What is this Aston Martin strategy all about? There goes Stroll. He boxes Maloney up to P8. Antonelli's tyres are down to 47% with that lockup, and he's got a 5-second penalty. We're 10 seconds off him, though. Is there a chance? Is there a chance of getting within 5 seconds of Antonelli, which would give Maloney P7 here? But Colapinto, I think, even if Lawson does get him, Stroll is going to be a long way back now. Off to go play F1 Manager myself. I wish you the best for this race. No worries, Brennan. Thanks for dropping in. Much appreciate the comments and support. Have a good one and have a good weekend. But yeah, Maloney, we can take note. We don't need to take any
Try
risks
to do
here.
your best with the lift off at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like Lawson... No, though, Lawson's tyres might burn up quickly. The hards might still work for us later on in this race. I say later on, we've only got 6 laps, but Lawson's coming at us pretty quickly here. Stroll is 7 seconds off. Got to see. I think we might be all right to Stroll. Colapinto might still be able to sneak in a sneaky little point here. Podium incoming. Yeah, who knows the way this is going. But no, Maloney still 10 seconds off Antonelli. You need Antonelli to burn those tyres up a little bit more. Another lockup would do it. Right, here comes Lawson then. He is using a lot of tyre life. We've got 12% difference though at the moment. Make that 11, so he's using a lot of that tyre life. Can we keep him behind here? I don't think we really can. Colapinto is trying though. Lawson's going to try it around the outside. Colapinto, no, can't keep him behind. .6 seconds to Stroll. Lawson 10% tyre difference now. Colapinto, can he survive for a point here? That's what we're trying to do now. 5 laps to go. We need these soft runners in Lawson and Stroll to burn up their tyres pretty quickly here. Maloney is still about 10 seconds off Antonelli. Stroll is really gaining on Colapinto. I'm not sure we're going to have the pace here. What the tyre's saying. Yeah, he's got a good margin on us. Stroll's now got his mechanical faults getting worse. What would probably help Colapinto here is Stroll getting past us and then we just trying to stay with Stroll's DRS to get back to Lawson, because Lawson's now on the same tyre margin as us and he'll start to wear those tyres more, but he has built 5 seconds, so yeah, this is just where Colapinto's found himself. As I say, a point was going to be unlikely and he can't really do much about this. Softer tyres, better tyres. He's got always defend on. We'll try our best, but I don't think there's going to be much we can do here. It'd be better if Stroll got us here and then we could just use the DRS on the start-finish straight. But he's not going to get us here, and if he gets us on the start-finish straight, it's very hard to stay in the DRS. 4 laps to go, 6 seconds off Lawson, so even though Lawson is down to 52%, he's had good pace. Unfortunately, Lance Stroll is going to take Colapinto out of the points here, as he's going to get the slipstream here. He's going to get DRS. Colapinto trying to be defensive, but the inside line is going to open up for Lance Stroll to move into P10. And this is all down to Franco Colapinto locking up, which meant he had to move on to the hard tyres and has compromised his race. I think he would have got points if not. Let's attack on what we've got left of this tyre. Got to try and do what we can here. Stroll down to 58%. Don't fight with him now. T-Rock, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. The 7 in front crash, that would be nice. Oh, just using a bit of harvest here. Used a lot of battery life, which is the problem.
3 laps to go.
Copy.
Right, got to keep this DRS. We're 6 seconds off Lawson. I don't think we're going to have the pace to close that, though, even though he's using a lot of tyre life. But to be fair, we're using a lot of tyre life now as well, so... Got to try attack, top up. They won a race in a 2012 Williams.
Copy.
Right, what's Stroll's tyre life here? 51%. Yeah, I don't think we can really do much, can we? Got to keep that DRS. Oh, we just slipped out of it though. Stroll maybe starting to push himself. Back in.
Okay, copy.
Did we get it? We did get it just about. 4.8 off Lawson here. He's coming down. Don't think we're going to stay with Stroll for this next DRS though, because he's already got 8 temps on us. I don't know, we're still there.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, copy.
Maloney's not going to get within the 5 seconds of Antonelli. Alonso's not even in the 5 seconds of Antonelli. And unfortunately, Colapinto's just slipped out of the DRS there of Stroll. So Colapinto trying, but it's not going to happen. Russell looks like he's going to make this work to win the race here, George Russell, from Verstappen and Norris. And Maloney is in P8. And he's going to get another 4 points as Maloney here. Colapinto not going to be able to do anything here. Claudio, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. We tried with Franco, but doesn't say it's his mistake that's cost him there. Stroll might catch Lawson on the last lap here. As Russell has started that final lap. Well, he's about to finish that lap. He's about to win the race. George Russell does win the race then.
Russell wins it! First over the line.
And it's Verstappen second. Norris third. Takes the fastest lap, but of course no point for the fastest lap. And Antonelli is going to finish 6th, and he will keep 6th place because Alonso is not within 5 seconds of him. And let's take in Maloney then. Stroll is nearly caught Lawson, but he's not quite going to get to him, is he? But let's have a look at Maloney then, who goes through this final right-hander. He heads to the line. He's kept it clean. He did everything he needed to do. And he took advantage of a Piastri-Tsunoda collision. And with that collision, it earned him P8 and another 4 points. Without that collision, it looks like he would have probably got P10. So a really good drive for Zane Maloney. And good points for him. Colapinto, as I said, I think he would have been able to finish 9th, or at least 10th. But he locked up when he was on the medium tyre. He was due to stay on that medium tyre for longer and finish on the softs. But because he wrecked that tyre, we had to go to the hards early, and that ultimately cost him.
Well, that's another race wrapped up for Lewis Hamilton.
Not sure what's showing Lewis, because I think Lewis finished 5th there. But there you go. That is the glamour that Lewis brings. Maybe it's Sky Sports who is showing the coverage there. Robert, thanks for the follow. OPJ Racing, I'm the old Track Tom. Hello, Track Tom, or OPJ Racing now. Hope you're well, buddy. There we go then. This wraps this one up, and George Russell wins it then. I don't know if he's won a race yet this season. Has he? We'll see on the next screen. But he wins this one. Max Verstappen second. Lando Norris actually finished 3rd in the end. Benefit from that safety car. Started from the pit lane, Lando. Up 18 places to finish 3rd. What a drive that is. Lewis Hamilton 4th. Leclerc 5th. Antonelli did take the 5-second penalty, but still had 4 seconds in hand on Alonso. Maloney up 5 to finish 8th. What a race from Zane Maloney, backing up his result in Monaco, doing big things for us at Maserati. Liam Lawson 9th, good points for him in the RB. Lance Stroll down 2, rounds out the top 10. And say Lando took the fastest lap, but no points for the fastest lap in 2025. And Colapinto did start this race in 20th, so up 9 places. But when we review that race at the middle part, he had a good chance of finishing 9th or 10th. And he made a mistake with the lockup, and that has cost him. So Franco finished P11. Any more rounds? No more today, buddy. That's this one done, but we will be back on Tuesday. Robert, thanks for the follow. CFC Mudrik, thanks for the follow. Chelsea fan in the house. Thanks for the follow. Drivers' Championship then, and Lewis Hamilton keeps his lead in the Drivers' Championship, but look how juicy this is getting. Lewis leads his teammate now, Charles Leclerc, by 12 points, or it was the way it was anyway, the 2 Ferrari drivers, so Lewis leads by 12 points. George Russell, though, with 25 points, moves up to 3rd, and he's now just 14 points behind. Max Verstappen drops to 4th, Oscar Piastri drops to 5th. Between the top 4, there is just 17 points. And then the top 6, there is, what is that? 39 points. 39 points separate the top 6. So this is the 8th round. We're only doing 20 races in this season. So this is going to get very juicy indeed. Has Russell won a race? He had already won a race. So that is his 2nd win of the season. Antonelli in 7th, but he's a long way off the top 6. Then Alonso 8th. Yuki Tsunoda 9th. And Liam Lawson 10th. So the ex-Red Bull and the current Red Bull driver together there in 9th and 10th. Zane Maloney stays in 11th, but takes another 4 points, close to Liam Lawson's 14 points there. Albon is 12th. Lance Stroll goes up to 13th with his point. Colapinto drops to 14th. Sainz 15th. The rest of the drivers are yet to score. Cactus, thanks for the follow. Belgius, have you started a new career? I have indeed. So we have moved away from Team Lotus and started a Maserati series. So on YouTube, under the Maserati playlist, you can check out all of the episodes so far. 4 points in All Money was 3rd back in the day. Yes, indeed. Yeah, points of forever getting bigger and more positions available for points. Constructors then, Ferrari are having a very nice 2025. They lead McLaren in 2nd, Mercedes in 3rd, and Red Bull in 4th. It's going to be the top 4 because Aston Martin completely cut adrift in 5th on 35 points. But we are in fact 6th. I think I said earlier to someone's comment we're 7th, but we're actually 6th. And we've already scored 16 points, which is brilliant where this car was and started. So yeah, 16 points after 8 races. We very much take that. Williams 9th. RB are 8th, their first points of the season. Alpine, Kick Sauber, and Haas are yet to score. Did we do any fast pit stops? We didn't. That's probably to be expected. Although we did get some 2.5, so we weren't too far off these 2.4s here. And we're currently 10th in that, but we're not too bothered about that. It doesn't really matter for us. And there we go. We should have done our sponsor objective. We do, so that banks us $1 million as well. So we take that indeed. But that is going to wrap this one up. So as I say, Zane Maloney, the last 3 races is really showing Franco up, really. I mean, Franco started, looks like Franco's going to have the pace on him. But Zane Maloney is really doing big things for us across those last 3-4 races. And has gained us points in those last 2 races. And when we look at that, we've got, what, 16 points so far. And Maloney's got 13 of them. So Maloney, as I say, doing big things for us. So, yeah, I would have thought that it was going to be Franco come out on top this year, but Zane Maloney really doing good things. So let's see how it pans out. But as I say, if you dropped in for the first time, we stream this every Tuesday and Friday. I was away last week, so a bit of a break before since the last stream, but we'll be back on the normal schedule now. So we'll be back from around 7 p.m. on Tuesday. So if you like what you see, do check us out every Tuesday and Friday from around about 7 p.m. GMT time, and that is on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. But as I say, if you are watching on TikTok and Twitch, do head over to my profile. In the bio, you'll find the YouTube link. And over there, you'll find the playlist for this current Maserati series and our previous Team Lotus series. So do go check those out. And same, if you're already watching on YouTube, do make sure you like the stream before I go. And if you can subscribe to the channel and check out the episodes in that playlist. But thanks for the comments and support. As always, it is super appreciated. The man from Barbados becoming the team leader. I think he is. Zane Maloney. He might be our what was Danny Rick from Team Lotus, staying with us all the way. Let's see. He's doing good things for us at the moment. But yeah, super impressed with Zane Maloney. But I'd say have a good weekend. Enjoy the Formula One in Jeddah. Always a race that can spice it up with it being a high-speed track and a street circuit. So looking forward to quali and the race over the weekend. So enjoy the Formula One. Enjoy your weekend. And I shall see you, hopefully,